Referrals are the gold standard of business growth. Everyone wants them, but few actually build the relationships that make them happen consistently. How many times have you had someone say, "Oh, I'll send people your way," and you never hear from them again? That's the problem with the way most business owners approach referrals. They wait for them to happen instead of creating a process that makes them inevitable. If you've struggled to maintain strong referral partnerships, or worse, if you've sent business to someone only to have them never return the favor, today's episode is for you. We're going to break down what makes a referral partnership last and how to make sure you're benefiting from it consistently. This is the Budding Entrepreneur Podcast. Good day and welcome to the Budding Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Randy Bridges. In each episode, we dive into practical business strategies that you can put to work in your business right away. We also focus on inspiring stories from leaders who are shaking and making things happen in their industry. It's all about giving you the tools and insights to take you and your business to the next level. So get comfortable and let's jump right in. All right. We are on episode 186 of the Budding Entrepreneur Podcast, and today is Friday, February 14th, 2025. We're diving into one of the most powerful yet underutilized tools for business growth, and that would be building referral partnerships that actually work. Referral partnerships are not just about exchanging names. When done correctly, they create a predictable stream of quality clients. But the reality is, most business owners don't know how to start or maintain these relationships. Today, we're solving that. Here's our agenda for the day. We're going to cover a quote from Walt Disney. We're going to look at the key elements of a successful referral partnership, how to find the right referral partners for your business, the biggest mistakes that kill referral partnerships, and how to ensure consistency so that referrals keep coming your way. We're kicking things off today with our quote of the week, which sets the perfect tone for today's conversation. For our quote of the week, we're looking at Walt Disney. Now, he wasn't just the man behind the mouse. He was a master of strategic partnerships. His success wasn't built in isolation. It was built on relationships. From early animation days to the global powerhouse that is Disney today, Walt knew that who you partnered with mattered just as much as what you created. Walt built referral networks before anyone even called them that. He aligned with suppliers who believed in his vision. He employed voice actors who brought his characters to life, and even business leaders who helped open doors to new opportunities. You see, Walt didn't just look for people to work with. He looked for partners who shared his vision. He built relationships that lasted, ones that fueled innovation and growth for everyone involved. So let's look at his quote. Walt said, "The more you are in a state of gratitude, the more you will attract things to be grateful for." And this applies directly to the art of building referral relationships that stick. When you genuinely appreciate and nurture the relationships you build, whether with partners, clients, peers, whatever, you create a cycle of trust and goodwill that keeps referrals coming naturally. Strong partnerships aren't just about transactions. They're built on appreciation, collaboration, and shared success. And that's exactly the mindset we're talking about today. Referral partnerships aren't about a quick lead swap. They're about long-term, mutually beneficial relationships that help both businesses grow. Walt Disney proved that when you surround yourself with the right partners, there's no limit to what you can build. And that quote is perfect for today's topic because referrals don't happen by accident. Too many business owners sit around talking about how they need more referrals, but they never take action to build the relationships needed to build those referrals. Today, we're We're talking about how to stop wishing for referrals and start creating them. Now, when it comes to most referral partnerships, let's face facts. Referral partnerships sound great in theory, but in practice, they often fall apart faster than you can say missed opportunity. Why is that? It's because most people that fail go into these partnerships with the wrong mindset or expectations. They treat it like a quick fix sales tool rather than a long term relationship. And when things don't deliver overnight results, frustration builds and the partnership fizzles out. To avoid that trap, we need to try to understand the common pitfalls and why they happen. Before we do that, though, we want to break down why they most often fail. Number one, mismatched expectations. One partner thinks it's a send me leads deal while the other expects a two-way street. If you're not aligned, the relationship will fizzle out fast. Number two, lack of follow through. If you don't actively engage with your partners, and that means checking in, giving value, and keeping things moving, they'll forget about you. Out of sight, out of mind. It's just that simple. Number three, no clear value exchange. Great partnerships aren't just about sending business back and forth, they're about helping each other grow. If one side feels like they're giving more than they're receiving, that partnership won't last. And finally, random and inconsistent introductions. If your partner sends you the wrong kind of leads, it can actually do more harm than good. Without clear guidance on who your ideal client is, you'll often get referrals that don't fit, and that weakens the relationship. One of the best things to do that I found is something that I picked up from BNI, and that's to do one-on-ones to understand another company so that you can talk about their business better than the way they do. That's nice because if you can talk about them better, what that gives is your side of the referral. You will more naturally provide the right kind of a referral. Now that we understand how business partnerships fail, let's talk about building ones that last. A great referral partnership isn't built on hope and handshakes alone. It needs a solid foundation. The best partnerships are structured, intentional, and built on mutual benefit. That means knowing exactly who you serve, what you bring to the table, and how you can genuinely help your partner succeed. When both sides are clear on expectations, the communication flows easier, referrals happen naturally, and the partnership thrives instead of withering away. So, how do you go about creating these strong, lasting referral relationships? It starts with three keys. Number one, find the right partners. Look for businesses that serve the same audience you do, but offer different services. In my case, a referral partnership might include a marketing agency. It might include a finance company. It might include a bookkeeper, a tax person. It might even include an attorney. And basically, these people service the same types of companies I do, but they do it in their own expectation and their own strengths. Seek out partners who share your values and business philosophy. If the businesses are too different, if the business owners are too different, it's going to be a problem. You're not going to mesh. You're not going to be able to work together. Okay. And finally, ask yourself, would I trust this person with my best client? If the answer is no, move on, thank them for their time, but it's just not working, right? Number two, set clear expectations from day one. You want to lay out how the partnership will work. Start with non disclosure agreements, which are great because you get to see how the other person thinks and works. Also, discuss expectations early. how the referrals will be made. How often do you think it's going to happen? What kind of clients each partner is looking for. You also want to agree on a system for tracking and following up on referrals. Communication here is absolutely key. And it's important that you have a mutual tracking system. Maybe just a simple Google sheet that can be shared with the other side. It really makes a big difference because you can see what's happened along the way when it's been occurring, and you can actually go back and take a look at how many referrals did get put through. This is another thing from BNI that I carry. Give first, receive later. In BNI, they call it the giver's gain. If you want the fastest way to get great referrals, be the first to send one. Proactively look for ways to introduce your partners to ideal clients. Provide your value beyond referrals is another good idea. Share their content, feature them on your podcast, or invite them to speak at an event. And create a habit of checking in regularly. Even if there's no immediate referral, a quick touch point strengthens a relationship. Now, let's talk about keeping the referral partners engaged, yourself as well as the other side. This isn't a one and done deal. I think that should be very clear by now, but it's something you nurture over time. And keeping that relationship alive is where the real work happens. This is really tough. That and keeping tabs on what you're doing. Too many business owners treat referrals like that one and done transaction. They're expecting a steady stream of leads without putting in any effort to nurture the connection. But like any relationship, referral partnerships require attention, communication, and trust. If you want these relationships to last, you have to stay engaged, you have to provide value, and you have to do your part to make sure both sides continue to benefit over time. Now, in terms of keeping it engaged, let's talk about what that looks like. First, set a monthly check-in. Make it a habit to reach out and see how you can help your partner. This keeps the relationship strong and top of mind. Track and celebrate those wins. If a referral turns into a great client, let your partner know. A thank you message or even a small gift can go a long way to reinforcing the relationship. And make introductions for your partners. Your partners need good referrals too. Connect them with others who can help their business. When they win, you win. Now, I want to take a few minutes and go through a real world example of something that I did with another company. But first, a little backstory. In my early days of business, this whole referral thing was something I had no idea about. I made the same referral mistakes I see people making every day. It was frustrating, and I had nobody in my corner to help me see the light. One day, I was sitting at a corner coffee shop with one of my pseudo partners, and I was trying to figure out how to go about making this actually work. And found out he was having the same problem. He kept running into the same issues. I had business owners who desperately needed better marketing, but they weren't ready to think about it until their internal processes were fixed. My marketing friend, he had clients who wanted more leads but weren't prepared to handle the growth because their operations were a mess. We had one of those moments where, just in the middle of the conversation, I looked at him, he looked at me, and we went, maybe we want to do something a little bit different. We don't want to just send clients to each other and just hope that it's the best. We both decided that we wanted to build a referral system that actually worked. And here's a helpful hint for you. When you struggle with anything, find someone who is struggling with the same kind of thing. For some strange, inexplicable reason, entrepreneurs seem to have this innate sense of working things out with other entrepreneurs. So there's your hint for the day. Anyway, we decided to do something different. Instead of just saying, hey, I'm going to send you leads, you send me leads, we actually created out a plan. We started co-hosting a monthly webinar together. It was simple. We picked topics that mattered to both of our audiences and invited both audiences to come. Suddenly, we weren't just getting clients separately, we were pulling in leads that needed both of us. And then we made sure we understand when to refer each other. I have certain cycles throughout my year, and in this case, marketing runs in certain cycles as well. Unfortunately, giving a good lead at a bad time can actually be worse than not giving a lead at all. We also shared insights, what signs to look for in a client, what language they used when they were ready for the next step. That's a biggie, right? It wasn't just random guesses anymore. It became a seamless handoff. This really helped both of us. And we also went and did another thing. We built a package that bundled both our services. Instead of having clients having to think, do I need marketing first or do I need better business operations? We gave them both at once, blended them together, and made a single package that everybody could choose together without having to say one way or another which one they preferred. It made things way easier for clients to say yes, and that meant more business for both of us. Now, what was the result in doing this? In the first year, we saw a 40% increase in referral clients. I did, and I know he got almost exactly the same. But more importantly, we weren't chasing leads anymore. The system worked, clients were happy, and we had a partnership that wasn't just based on goodwill, it was built to last. Even though he and I are now separated by 2,200 miles, we still work together thanks to the magic of virtualization. Referrals are fewer in number, but they're still just as good as they were before. That partnership wasn't just a lucky break. It was proof that when you build referral relationships the right way, they work. No more guesswork, no more hoping a client magically lands in your lap. It's about structure, clarity, and value for us and for the clients we serve. And that's more than anything else what I want you to take away from today's episode. It's not just about who you know, it's about how you work together to create something sustainable for both of you. So let's recap the key pieces that make referral partnerships stick and how you can start putting them into action right now. Today, we covered why most referral partnerships fail and how to avoid those mistakes. The 3 key strategies for building strong referral relationships, how to keep your referral partners engaged long-term, and my own real-world example of how to turn a partnership into a growth machine. Next week, we're tackling a challenge that every business owner faces, decision fatigue. When every day is packed with choices from small operational details to big strategic moves, it's easy to feel mentally drained and second guess your own direction. What if you could simplify the decision-making process and free up more energy for the things that truly matter? That's exactly what we'll be exploring. In that next episode, we'll break down how to cut through the noise, create a system for faster, smarter choices, and avoid the burnout that comes from constant decision overload. That's it for this episode. I hope you picked up some valuable insights and maybe even sparked a few new ideas. If you want to keep the conversation going or maybe even explore partnerships, don't hesitate to reach out. And hey, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. The steps you take today could be the start of something big tomorrow. For the budding entrepreneur, I wish you the best in your health, your wealth, your business, your family, everything about you. Take care, and we'll see you back here next week.